Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and today we're doing a Kumi with 12 strings, but only 2 colors. So there's 6 of the light and 6 of the dark colors here, and we kind of tried to theme it after the style of the bracelet, so it's kind of has a bit of a zigzag pattern to it. It's pattern number 775 on friendshipbracelets.net, and you can do that sometimes. There are possibilities of where, depending on what kind of bracelet you plan on making, getting the loop to somehow have a similar vibe to it. I think that's pretty neat. That's something that Mandy does try to do with the loops that we make for the bracelets. So yeah, you might have to spend a little bit of time looking around through all of the different possible patterns to see if there's one that you think kind of goes well with what you're trying to make. So, and for the life of me, like looking at how this starts out, it doesn't seem like that's like the right kind of sequence. It looks like it's a little bit mixed up or whatever, but it turns out that's exactly it right there. So if you need to, you can pause the video and get your strings lined up to give this one a try. To start it, we take the first 2 strings that would cross and tie it in a knot. This keeps the braid from unraveling once we kind of take it off of the disc, or even before that, I suspect, because you know, you got the other side with the bobbin sort of tugging down on it. If you didn't have that little knot there, the other end might kind of come undone. So it's just a little tip, a little something from us to you to give it a try. And then it just goes into the normal thing. Well, bottom left one goes up, top right comes down, and then you turn it counterclockwise and do the same thing. And that just repeats until it's completed. So, yep, we've now sped it up a little bit. It's only 2 times the speed, so I wanted you to be able to see what's happening without it. You know, if you get too fast, it kind of goes into a blur. But I also want to kind of keep it short enough that the video isn't too crazy long, because it is, again, it's really easy to do these, guys. You really need the disc. I know that there are some people out there saying that they've done it with cardboard and cutting little slots into the cardboard. I can tell you from personal experience, the discs are 100 times better. It's so much easier, and they last a really, really long time. In fact, I don't think we've worn out any to the point that we can't use them. So there you go. And we've been doing this for years. Mind you, we have several discs for some odd reason. I don't know why. But they do last quite a while. We're probably around the halfway mark. Let me just give a quick shout out to my YouTube members for making this possible. Thank you guys so much. This has been a great year, and I accomplished so much stuff. There's over 900 videos up there. So yeah, that's saying a lot, right? It's a lot of bracelets, and now Kumis as well. I don't know if we're gonna do a whole lot more of the Kumi videos. It's really gonna depend up to the audience to let me know if that's something that you guys want to see more of. But I'm really not sure, because at some point or another, you can go through the old ones, the old videos, right, and see how to do it. You don't necessarily need me to keep going over and telling you how this works. So, but yeah, the end result of this is super fascinating. It really is cool. It has zigzags in this little rope. And I think I'm going to let that kind of influence the pattern that I do. I kind of had an idea of something I was going to try, but now looking at this, I think I might have a different idea that I might try. So we'll see how the bracelet turns out. That will be coming up next year. Can you believe it? Where this is the last video of this year. So yay for 2025 and looking forward to 2026. So very cool. Oh, what you can't see is off screen. She's extending her arm all the way out, trying to pull these, whichever string she's moving, pulls it way out so it doesn't, if you just kind of loop it and you don't pay attention, you will end up with a ball of string trying to make itself into a knot. It could go really bad. So make sure that each time you're moving a string, you bring it out of the rest of the group, and that yeah, it'll make a huge difference, because otherwise you will get your strings in a bunch and you don't want that. But yeah, that's kind of, there's no real way of like filming it where you can see all that as well. So yeah, it just is what it is. I just have to remind you guys as we do these videos that is a distinct possibility. If you're new to this and you haven't watched any other videos, then at least I've warned you a little bit. So yeah, the Kumi, when she's completed it, it's maybe just a little bit longer than a cm in length, but then when you tug it, it gets longer. I'm not sure exactly how long. I guess I can measure it. Yeah, I guess when it's all pulled out, it's about 3 cm. It's probably 2 cm when she stops. So it adds like an extra length when you tug it. You can, if you want to, like while you're working on it, give it a little tug and see how long it is. It doesn't really throw anything off, but it's kind of nice just to do it at the end, like when it's all said and done, and then you give it the tug and you get the length. But yeah, I guess from experience, we just kind of figured out like where is the cutoff point, and that's like letting the strings go all the way around one full cycle, and that tends to be the right length for this. So that's just our general observation. It's up to you guys to find how long you want your loop to be. Maybe a little bit shorter, maybe a little longer, up to you. So now the last 2 strings that would have crossed each other get tied in a knot. Again, this is just a little square knot, nothing crazy, nothing fancy, just something to kind of keep it from coming undone. All right, and then pull all the strings out off the disc, pull it out, and just gonna unwind the bobbin there, and there it is. And there's the pull. See how it just expanded so much? And there's our loop. And here is what it finally looks like. I think it's amazing. I think this is a really cool one, guys. I definitely recommend trying it. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. If you haven't already, hit the like button. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.